All right, so doing the famous walk out of the garage stuff. I've been having an issue for about 2 weeks, maybe 3. Yeah, I think it's been like 3 weeks, 3 or 4 weeks. With my element. Besides the water pump going out, I mean, it's the car I've been driving for 4 years, and it's just non-stop driving it, which is okay. But I don't know what happened. Now, mostly everything on that car is new except, no, I did. I replaced the power steering. No, the power steering pump. Yes, I did. I replaced the power steering pump, the alternator, the water pump, the AC compressor, the condenser, radiator, engine. Only thing I didn't replace yet is the transmission. But regardless of all that, my air conditioner pump went out, and it went out violent, more violent than I ever seen any other pump go out. Anyway, driving home from work, I happened to look in the rearview mirror. It was smoke everywhere, and I thought the car was overheating or something. I pulled over, cooled it off. I didn't see anything. I didn't smell anything, so I just drove back home. I had cool air for a while, and then like the second day, no air whatsoever. And I came out here luckily yesterday and turned it on, and I watched the wheel of the compressor start wobbling really bad, and I turned the air off and it stopped. It was just smooth. Turned it back on, wobbling real bad, and it was wobbling so bad and start sticking. The belt started burning on there, and I always wonder why I have to replace the belt so much. And that was a new compressor, but I think I replaced that compressor about 3 or 4 years ago, probably a little longer than that. So we're gonna replace that today, and just take a closer look at it. Let's check it out. All right, the first thing I need to do is get this belt off, and it's by that tensioner right there. I believe it's a 14, and yeah, it's on mine. It's pretty hard. I don't know why it's so hard, but it is hard. I have somewhat made this little tool to get this belt off easy. Hopefully it stretched out enough. Yeah, it did. Almost. And that screw is like, the bolt like really messed up. I've been taking it off and on so much. And it's on the ground. Now, the only good thing I don't have to do is jack the car up, but I might have to take off. Let me see if I can show you guys. The air compressor is right here, but typically you don't have all this stuff in the way, so I may have to take off. Let me show you if I can get it onto here. Hold on. Those two bolts right there. That one and this one here. And there's two at the top also. I may not have to take that off. I'm sure I'm gonna try not to. But I don't remember how did I get the compressor in there. Do I go from the top? Do I go out from the front? And go up from here? We shall see upon my struggles to get this off. Yeah. All right, let's struggle bus. All right, boy, I had remembered how to get the air compressor out. I had remembered right when I left off at the last one, and I was like, oh, I remember now. Let me show you guys real quick. So, hold on. So not just, well, I had to take this off, then remove the fan, remove the alternator, and I brought the air compressor up from here. Makes sense, right? It came straight through this little area here. There was plenty of room. Now, you may have a little bit more room on your element unless you're running a 3-core radiator. Usually it's very, very thin radiator, but I got a 3-core or 2-core. I don't remember, but you have a little more room than I did. So I had to take the fan out. That's the alternator, and the problem, couple problems. So this is wobbly. One, second, it burned through the wire there, and third, it actually busted, and I think it got caught up and just snapped the line. The other problem I had removing this bolt here didn't want to come out, so I had to cut it. So I got to figure out something. I think I'm gonna just use this bolt here, and it goes right on this point right here. So I think that will work. So I just have to get this stuff swapped onto there, and I have the oil. I'm gonna use PAG 46, and you're gonna use about 2.5 to 3 ounces. This is 8 ounces, so it's almost half of this thing of oil. So I gotta put this in there, and I believe it take 2 cans, or 2 and I think 2.5, and I have a half somewhere. 2.5 cans of refrigerant to recharge the system. But I need to start working on this one real quick. Let me put you guys down so you can see. And let's get this one off and put some oil. I like to use these screws too, and there's nothing wrong with them. Honestly, I wonder, do it come with oil in it already? It kind of sounds like it. Let me double check real quick and make sure, see if this thing has oil in it already. Give me 1 second. Alright, so it is pre-filled with oil, so I don't have to add any oil to it. So that's good. And just need to put this one here. I wonder if I could use this one, because I really don't want to use those other bolts. Those other bolts, they 5.5 or 5 mil, I believe. Let me see here. Put this one in there and see. Should be clean. Now these O-rings are what's on the lines that's in a car. So let's go check that out. All right, so this is I believe that this is the big one. Let me see here. Take this one off. I mean, these are kind of new, but you still don't want to trust it. Perfect. And then the other one is right here. that's it. Let's trash these and let's get the compressor back in. All right, so what I did, I put the plug back in. Reason being because I have to angle it down and make sure no oil come out. So just push it back down like that. Not push it, but dang near dropped in place. All right, so I got everything back together, and I also pulled a vacuum, and it's been holding on -30 for a while now. I think I had it off for probably about 20 minutes. Yep, I just had it off for 20 minutes, but I haven't been going for an hour. So as soon as I put the air compressor pump back in and hooked everything back up, then I started running the vacuum, and then I put the rest of it back together, like the alternator and the belt and all that good stuff, all the wiring, the fan, all this part here, this stuff down here, put all back together. But you can see it's holding pretty good there, not too bad. So it's been like that for a while. So I think, oops, get your back there. So I think now I'm just gonna go ahead and just remove everything. And actually, let me close this out first. Close this all out so I won't get any air in there. Take this down. Pick all that up. And I'm just going to use my little trusty gauge here, and now these normally have a self sealing, but for some reason my little brass fitting here got messed up, so I have to use this plastic adapter here in order for it to work. Oopsie. Try to feel what's in here. You can see it's in a grain, and that's just vacuuming. So we're still in the grain, but it's gonna drop. It's gonna drop pretty low once I start the car. All right, let's start it real quick. It already dropped pretty low, but I think this can is empty already. Yeah, empty already. And the other fans are on already. I didn't think they'd be on already. Okay, I see the pump is on. Yeah, it just had a teensy tiny bit. But I kind of think I want to leave it. I kind of want to leave it there. I don't want to be too high, because once it gets hot, it starts expanding more, and it'll damage either the pump or the relief valve. We'll see if it, I don't want to go a little bit more. Okay, so no, I'm gonna leave it there. That's actually right. It's supposed to be around 25 to 30, but this gauge is, if it was in 25, it'd be in the low. So I'm glad it drops back down to 30. So I'm just gonna leave it right there. That's gonna be absolutely perfect. If it changes or drops, then I will go ahead and add more, but I think it's absolutely perfect right there. Alrighty, so that's it. I will list the parts that I use down in the description. So if you guys want to, I don't know if you have to replace your air conditioning, air conditioner compressor pump. If you have to replace it, you kind of, it's a lot. And those, oh, I didn't tell you. On the compressor, when I was putting that adapter thing back on, I used those 210s. I took that off. And I put that the 5.5 back in there because it wasn't long enough. So the other one actually went down in there. So I went on ahead and replaced that back. So I know some guys like, oh, you don't put in the right screws back, but I did. I went on ahead. I had another. Well, let me just put it this way: the one that's flush in there, I put that one back. But the other one that was cut off, that's still a 10. I make sure that was a 10. Because that's the second time that particular one got stuck. Even before, when I had pulled the engine out, and oh no, when I did replace that pump before, that one got stuck again. So I went on ahead and put anti-seize on those bolts, took them back out, put anti-seize, and make sure that it won't leak again, or not be able to come back apart. So until then, please guys, comment, like, subscribe, and I will see you guys later. Deuces.